all about this Counter-Strike. I'm looking forward to seeing if we get that B-Mass we saw before on Mirage in that dark corner, just absolutely time and time again delivering. But different map, different time. We're up on Nuke. CT side will be Austrian Vitality. T side, of course, instigating will be Mousesports. Oh my gosh, Apex with a quicken. That's not bad. B-Mass goes down. No smokes used. B-Mass lost. And Chris down to nothing. But there's the answer. There's what you wanted right back. An answer quick and fast. RPK now going to be put to task with Carrigan and Frozen in front. But the other two still lingering around over by Secret.
Okay, some problems now as the split is coming in towards top. RPK has to deliver a frag. Flushed up, he'll go down. Frozen takes him out of the equation. And now it's ZywOo. What can he get done? Only one to his name and Masuta. In a 1-on-3 situation. The young boy's been growing into Vitality. Was a rookie. Still remains that way, but I'm seeing some more pedigree coming out of him in terms of his mid-rounds. I don't know if he can find himself in this mid-round, Lauren, with the post plant.
It doesn't look good, does it? The indicators are not there. There is a kit towards the site, so if things did go crazy, there could be a late round chance. Chris and Carrigan, the veterans now, comfortable on the site. Crossfire held, Chris J with the fight. Nicely done in the end. Mousesports do pick up round 1.
All right, well, that's the start Mouse would be looking for here today. If they can keep the players such as Shox and ZywOo quiet over there for Vitality, we will really start to question which version has shown up here today. But with the pressure of this matchup, once again, I'm going to make sure everyone is on the same page. Whoever wins this game will place within the top 4 within this group and go through to the playoffs. The loser, they're out. They're in the bottom of the barrel, bottom 4, down there with NIP, Fnatic, and FaZe Clan. Decent company to keep regularly, but not at the moment. There's Apex on that signature scout. Does love it on the 4 spies. Bullets go through, nobody's home. Frozen taking a lot of space. He's already down towards Secret and ZywOo.
And Shox.
They're on patrol.
Yeah, both here, both aware a player could have slipped through. Clearly Apex able to communicate that Zero Vision had, but now he's in trouble elsewhere. Catching the feet of Chris as they do begin the ramp pressure. Another tag comes in, not bad at all. But Frozen did find ZywOo, but not Shox. So there's still a problem here. If Shox re-aggresses, maybe a little something come through. Everyone else dropping towards lower very quickly. The ramp pressure, the secret pressure, they've unraveled the secret.
Yeah.
And now Frozen could still be a danger.
Certainly could. I have to admit, I really like Apex's scout prowess. He's tanked up so many of them and doesn't stop Frozen from finding Shox. That was a 10 HP player. 5 HP to be specific, but the bomb's down. The man that did all of the tagging is partnered up with Masuta. That's Carrigan's Galil making short work of Masuta, and Apex with his scout armor will just be heading over to save. Does definitely match the gloves to the knife. Definitely a trend of these modern day Counter-Strike players.
You mean Knif?
His Knif.
Yeah.
Knif.
That's what I thought you meant.
Knif.
Rush Lee.
Hello?
What did you get up to in your break, mate?
I was just chilling out, you know.
Thanks for the coffee, by the way.
Yeah, I brought Alex
really
the coffee.
sweet.
Did you spit in it?
Alex, what? No, of course not. Alex, what happened? The coffee beans had ran out, so I had to put more coffee beans into the machine.
Oh, that's
and then
the whole thing.
Yeah, then it spat out some good quality coffee right there.
We
so
had that little weak
it was like tea.
looking.
Oh,
Never seen a coffee like it.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, but Rush saved me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries.
You got some observing to do. Who do you think is going to be popping off this round? Should we just...
Apex, he's got his signature scout.
Let's see if
we love
Apex
watching
can
him
win the round.
get some
I just
headshots.
said this, Rush.
Let's do it. Yeah, I know.
Give us something fresh.
Apex, he's got that scout.
There we go. There we go. There we
Now
go.
we're talking.
Nice.
Oh, it's top.
Oh, this is fast. I like that. Use those mag 10s. Circumnavigate what the scout could potentially do. Bit of danger though. Sutra and ZywOo, not bad. ZywOo, he's nabbed one of the Galils. Okay, game back on. What the hell can he make of it? Not much.
Oh, wait. Oh, my Lord. Frozen with 1 HP. Tried to chip away at him with that USP. Apex a little unlucky on the damage there. Just must have caught a corner. But Mousesports, they convert their 3. That's a start that I'm sure no one would be complaining about on the T side of things.
Now that you mentioned it, my coffee is a little bit weak.
Oh, did
no,
you have
you
it
have the
pre...
dregs.
Just before yours.
You had it pre-bean.
Maybe I got the tail end of the beans.
Yeah, I've got fresh bean, and it is magnificent.
Well, it's late enough. This should do.
Alrighty, folks. Let's see if we got some action in yard. Carrigan might meet Masuta. At the moment, it is actually ZywOo. Getting a little jiggle. Info gathered for the Mousesports side, and ZywOo immediately reacts with the fallback.
Oh, sorry.
ZywOo things.
Straight through the smoke.
All right, well, at least Rops has cut off the vent rotation. There is only one player on the scene in the lower site, and that is Apex, who's going the wrong way. He's left the lower bomb site. I'm not sure if Vitality are aware how much territory they've actually gifted up here. Jay trying to lurk back over, will be spotted. That actually might play into the hands of Mouse here. Oh, the issue is the bomb's down. That does make a lot of sense. Well, this round that was looking very, very good for Mouse is now looking the opposite.
Does Shox find this kill as well? Because he's pushing up.
Might actually be able to take the bomb down, and that would be...
Oh,
no. Oh, dear. Oh, boy.
Huge kebab. That
Who left the bomb?
That's a fumble.
is such a tilt-worthy round loss.
That's a basic mistake being made right there. I'm going to take a look at Skybox just to see... I don't know if I can actually see who drops the bomb.
You might be able to find it out.
Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I'll let you investigate. For now, I'll just
Inspector.
vocalize this heartbreak, because ZywOo might even find them on the way back out. Oh no, what a role reversal. Well, you don't know if his scope's been heard, but they're tucking in for secret for the save. Seems to be their only option, and they know that.
Okay, so it looks like Frozen dropped the bomb.
Ooh, wait, I was reading that, ZywOo. Damn it. Thank
What were
you.
you reading? Oh,
There's the signage on that box.
yeah.
Oh, it's just
he's
playing the
teasing
game. Why
with
is he
you now.
playing?
He's
Okay.
teasing. Doesn't even look at it.
No, now, danger. Something.
Voltage.
Okay, so what happened was
Tell me.
they were throwing their smoke wall.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen dropped the bomb,
Fans start automatically and may continue to run when ignition is off. Thank you.
and then nobody picked up the bomb. BMAS was the one who
Chad
should
think.
have picked it up.
Thank you. I see. How
Ah,
do you feel about this Chad thing?
I don't
by the
care.
way? Okay, cool. All right, I guess went to all that effort.
No, I'm glad that people at home are
1
having
to 3,
fun.
Mousesports doing pretty well in this, but Vitality capitalizing on mistakes here, and that's something that Mousesports really do need to keep their eyes on. Carrigan, I'm sure, a little flustered with that, but back into the fray we go. Frozen once again working towards the outside. The other four postured a little different this time. Oh, there's some aggression there from Masuta. Definitely going to get some info off the back of it. Chris J going to be called into, hey, maybe keep an eye on that. They seem to be getting a little fruity as Frozen's got himself fair amount of territory here. ZywOo is keeping eyes on, though, but maybe not sure that a player may have slipped through this far.
Yeah, has to be very careful. Frozen could play just the late round here if they want to go for an attack and let him spring in later. Ramp, they're applying some pressure. Shox has had to dip his head down the ramp position. ZywOo's rotated away. Look at all this space being taken. I'm not sure ZywOo's even aware. Frozen might get a freebie right here.
ZywOo caught unawares. Don't get that one every day of the week. Masuta's on the hut, suddenly going to have to deal with multiple targets. He does do well to find two. RPK knocks Frozen from his perch. He needs another. Won't be able to get it, but Shox has got the trigger. Discipline, and now he has the element of surprise. The wallbang, though, it's such a vulnerability. He knows Rops can find it, and yeah, that was tough. With his low HP, he knew he was vulnerable to any sort of retreat. Had to stand and fight. Crosshair placement just wasn't there. Rops, good counter strafe for Mousesports. And they do overcome that. It's not going to linger too much. I think if there was a slew of rounds now from Vitality, the mental game test would have been far too early in the series. After leaving the bomb at spawn, getting a full access to the lower site without the bomb. Good shots from Chris. Masuta, I have to give him credit for holding the multi-kill down, and it did make it a winnable scenario. Make no mistake, Rops was just cool as a cucumber. We're into our sixth. Fast outside. My God, so many of them. And actually, ZywOo's there with only the FAMAS flash from Apex. This could be huge.
There it is. There he goes! Wait, the double flash! Who sent that through? Apex again, a gift sent from afar, and it set up so much success. Only 2 remain for the T's. The first flash was good enough to get him to spot. The second got him the kills. And now Rops and Frozen isolated from each other, but let's see if they can find any room for this bomb. It's still on Frozen's back.
There's nowhere back up that vent for Rops. He would have to break the window or open the door within that lower site to give away a sound cue, or it appears he wants to go back up secret. Nope, never mind. You can change your mind, Rops, that's your prerogative. Seeing if anyone offers a pick towards the yard position. Rops now opening the door. Will that draw a rotation? Doesn't look like it just yet, so the footsteps are being made. Frozen's been able to make it across. A plant is possible now. Molotov, 3 flashbangs. Not necessarily the most to work with. Bomb plant would be great for the T-sided economy here for Mousesports. You can see BMS has nothing left in the bank account. Chris J working with very little as well. And as they jiggle on out, they procedurally clear, they'll find out that nobody is home. Shox needs to take a bit of a look.
I'm amazed they've been given this much room. Bomb planted. Shox could really do with a quick one, and he does. Lovely. Rops is down. Frozen left with a Herculean task. That's great. Apex gone. Instantly looks for Shox. Knows there's going to be more, but now on the bomb is Suta. How do you get him off of this one? He knows he's sticking it. He's got to go now! Frozen! That is insane play. That was an ace and a post-plant 1v4?
That was that round started with Zywo getting the triple kill in yard.
That was how it started.
That's how the round started.
Yeah, let's watch this again. So 1, 2, and 3.
I'm so confused.
But now Frozen arrives, and with really precise shooting. They did give him the first 2 fights. He could see the defuse. He confirmed it with the cables. And so he gave just that extra 2 seconds time onto Shox, and Carrigan roaring his household a little louder. Oh, whoa, okay.
Passion, look at that.
Oh, I could feel that. I'm actually feeling a bit hot and red-faced after that one. Goodness me.
That's a bad round to lose.
That's agonizing. That is going to put the pace firmly in Mousesports' hands. Frozen. It's been a while since I remembered exactly what he was capable of. And well, there's a stern reminder for us and for Vitality. Magnificent. Let's get this one started. Mousesports clearly have. God Flash, Beamus, fast, wants to take top site, and there is nobody home. Only a P250, which RPK won't get to say too much about. Admittedly, RPK is not alone. Apex catching the star of the previous round. Oh my God, he catches a dink as well. I think Rops may have been spotted there.
He's in trouble, Rops.
Yeah, he's going to get swung on with 6 HP as well. This is Masuta's frag. Apex can focus on something else. Flash executed, and now an AK. They could really win this one right back.
Addy Apex just told them off. They want this back. They've just been kicked in line, focused up. They've got to do a little bit of damage
everything.
here. They are doing the tags. Chris J doesn't take too much damage. Carrigan's got it, though. Safe hands with him. Shox and Apex just doing what they can before that time runs out.
All right, well handled there. It did get dicey for a moment. That's 6-1 on the scoreboard right now. Mousesports running away with this T-side. 6-1 already, and a 1v4. Okay, well, this game might have a few more twists and turns if Vitality have anything to say about it. The purchase is coming on through. Shox back onto the M4, not filling the AUG this time round. Zywo has the AWP. Now, they haven't been able to control the rotations towards yard. Even when they went aggressive, they still gave up all that territory after those first 3 frags. It's the right play. You didn't want to give away any more kills. But before, we saw Zywo get isolated by smokes, and that's how Frozen was able to come through with the flank. So 2 big rounds. Frozen's found impact. And Zywo, well, he's had enough of it. He's taken out Rops, dropping into the Molotov in the back. And look at this, they've just sauntered around towards heaven.
Yeah, big gap. Shox. Oh, loses his head. Where's your head at? 2 of them pushing lobby. It's not going to get them far. This is a complete role reversal now. Actually slipping their way in towards like this casualty that was Shox. They have no idea whether the low site's vulnerable. Zai was trying to address that, but it's just a top side walk-in.
This is a nightmare right now.
Yeah, Carrigan's called a good game, and Vitality caught out.
Even if they went to clear off heaven, there wasn't where the lion's share of the attack came through. They should save. They have to save. A 4v3 retake on towards the top side. Beamus dropping another smoke. They have 2 more Molotovs to lay on down, flashes to work with. You can see this. Masuta, RPK, backpedaling. Zywo trying to join them. The 3 Musketeers want to be saving in spawn, and Beamus has spotted this. Dinked on through. That should be enough information to give the cue to Mousesports that it will be a save round. And we can see as the bomb starts to tick on down, well and truly past that halfway mark. Round number 7 on the board. Smoke will come out to keep them safe.
We just appreciate Frozen's ADR of almost 200 at the moment.
Pretty gnarly stuff.
Those help,
those are very key rounds, right? So the flank around towards ladder.
Yep.
That kill onto Zywo opened up the round, and then obviously the 1v4 situation. So really, really good stuff. Oof. Oof. That's not what you want to see.
His scoreline is pretty monstrous.
Yeah, if they can keep their foot on the gas, they won't even allow Vitality to warm into this game. The saved weapons mean they will have another chance at this, another shot to step on forward. Max loss bonus in play, $3,400 every time Vitality lose a round, so you will be seeing them go for more saves if Mousesports blow them out. But in the early stages, RPK only with 1 kill, Shox with 2 to the name, Apex with 2. They're being kept very, very quiet. This freeze time is ticking on down. We're going to get back underway with round number 9. What pace are we looking at here from Mousesports? No AWP in play, not necessary. Not something that Carrigan thinks the T side needs at this moment. Here we go. The only round they lost was because they dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Well, in context, that's mad, isn't it?
Oh, Frozen. He's having a game.
Oh, ready to go. The spray from Carrigan slow.
Oh,
Beamus doubles
get him out.
up. And they are just knocking this one out of the park. Knocking Vitality for 6. ZywOo just sitting there wondering what he's supposed to do.
Save again, mate. That's all you can do.
All right. No fun. Fun police are here. They are ruining the party for the French at this point.
I've got to say, I love this for Carrigan. You've got all your young guns coming online. You've got Frozen popping off. BMAS is having a game or two. Rops is, always kind of ever. I don't think he almost falls into that category now. He's been around long enough, but the two young'uns absolutely tearing it up. This guy is incredible at cultivating talent. And this has got to feel like a really nice moment, ZywOo.
You must have thought it was such a gift when FaZe were like, yeah, well, thanks for playing, BMS. We're gonna get Kirby. All right, well, we'll take BMS. We'll put him we'll put him on as a developmental 6th. We'll take him. It's all good.
You get this sort of, pound for pound player now. What a snappy little pickup.
Oh, yeah, there's the opening. Frozen taking down Shox and then the multi-kill from BMS. Simple as you like. Look at this. They're not even putting up a fight right now. Being minced out of these rounds. No on the smiles. Oh, there's going to be a bit of glare there, though. Alex, surely. You got the glare check out?
Yeah, I just had the light meter. I was applying it to the screen. It looks like he's opening at about 7.5, which is...
Oh, dear. That's quite high.
That's not optimal.
Suboptimal on the glare meter. Shox, oh my goodness, he's got glare on his screen. His nade is phenomenal. Does nearly 200 damage, and his bullets finish off 1. Lethality found for Carrigan, but there's 4 on 4, and now potentially rather, descending.
Is Rops catching rotations? I guess. They have
he's gonna hear
snuck
all
down the
this.
vent. That's nice, though, yeah. Drop. Heard, maybe considering another.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, still got it, still got it. The others have already slipped through, though. There was a player ahead of this, which is catching them out. Apex is further in front, so now a 2v2. Frozen on the site.
Frozen has to do it all. Good control. ZywOo was ramp, knows it's an AWP, has flashbangs. ZywOo's closed the gap, he confirms it. He has a Molotov and he's ready for the push. Frozen 1v2. The second round pulled over the line from Mousesports by the star of the show. He's 16-3. He's opening kills. He's closing rounds. Frozen's having a game. And we talked about the high variance play of the individuals of Vitality. We never started the dialogue of the individual potential of Mousesports. And Frozen's reminding us of exactly what we forgot.
The last few games of Frozen have been some of the best Counter-Strike he's played in a while, and just pulling these rounds out of their back pocket. Think about what that's doing for the confidence of this new team in their honeymoon period, but also think about what that's doing for Apex and his levels of frustration over there for Vitality. How many more of these can you drop? You're already 9 rounds in the hole. Mousesports are looking to post 10. You're on pistols. You're getting spammed through the smoke. It's getting desperate out there.
It is. It really is. And they've gone straight down to the low side. What's Apex supposed to do about this with a nade and a deagle? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do much, and I'm sure Apex is going to struggle similarly. From behind, he catches both of them. That's the answer he was looking for. Grabs himself a weapon, grabs himself the bomb, probably even grabs himself a round. What on earth is Carrigan going to do now? Beamus has found ZywOo. Jiggle fails, and there's more where that came from. It's Rops around the corner, but here comes the Shox flank. This is great stuff from the French. Rops not ready for that. Beamus does get caught, but Rops can react. He's pivoting, spinning on a dime. He needs another headshot now. Shox not giving it to him. Bomb was up there. Masuta was too. And back towards window room.
Surely not.
Cover himself the bomb. So Room to maneuver. They can't stomach another clutch.
You heard that drop.
Look how much room he's being given.
They're terrified of him. They're terrified of the young gun.
Go vents, Rops, you cheeky
Come on,
bastard.
30 seconds, do what you want.
He's got smokes as well.
Shox has to open the door, the sound cue.
Oh, this is so good.
No way, Shox just flying on up.
Oh, this is awkward now. Smoke, yep. Smoke's the play. Flash. Oh, he's really flubbing it. That's giving Shox cover. And now he's already out. Okay, intense. Knows that lobby's a possibility.
If he pushes this. Oh, playing it safe.
Planned it for himself.
No kit.
Flashes. Not going to get him far.
Time now, Shox.
Yeah, Molotov on Shox. He might just molly main and hold it. Rops doesn't have the health to fight, so we'd have to hit a very precise shot.
Oh!
And there's Shoxy. Whoa, the reaction on him. I'd love to see it from his POV. 13 HP to spare as he clutches up for the squad and right down to the wire with a 10-second.
Oh. Jesus.
Doesn't get closer than that. My goodness, the closest of margins. I thought Apex had done enough, but Rops decided he wanted to make it as difficult as possible. Look at the shots he started to hit here. Don't quite get to see Masuta getting too far with his reposition. This was the 1v1. I want to see the reaction. So he fakes. Douche! That was in slow-mo as
Wow.
well. That was in slow-mo, by the way.
Well, that's,
damn.
that's not the type of round you want to be winning, considering how that started. Apex did so much work there. And then what I'm saying about the room, you're right, Lauren. It looks like they were scared. It was like, well, if we play by the book, well, how about you just kill him? If you had the bomb, you had what you needed. And Apex, well, like you said, he's fed up. He's gone aggressive. And there's going to be a top pounce.
He's trying to puff out his chest. He's trying to look as big as possible, as mean as possible with the flashes. So far, RPK, whoa, a little bit of team damage. This is still messy as anything.
Team kill?
Brutal round. Wait, what just happened? Apex got Masuta? It's just Rops, but it is a 1v2, so it could have been danger, but that was just bloodshed. That was
We have a
straight
pause,
up
please.
bloodshed.
Someone pause. I want to take a breath.
Time out,
I don't like it.
please. It's so intense. Some of these rounds are the fastest nuke rounds I've cast in a long time. Like, just these top hits from Mousesports. Very unforgiving. The French seem to thrive, though. Team kills galore. RPK on the spray in the full flash. A little warning shot into the booty of Masuta, but it translates into a victory, and these are necessary round wins to this point. They've already posted 9 T rounds. It's the first time we've seen consecutive CT rounds strung together. So they're bringing more aggression to the outside yard area. Apex feeling himself, does mantle up for the first, and Zywoo's quick through the smoke onto Chris. Karrigan trying to level the odds, does find the aggressor. Oh, Zywoo somehow exploiting that gap. Oh, he has, yeah. Just found a tiny little gap between the two, which has enabled him to find 2 frags. Mousesports getting a little bit ahead of themselves now. It's Rops and Karrigan.
Still 6 rounds that could be posted on the board here for Vitality on their CT half. Wouldn't be the end of the world, considering how some of these have worked away. I don't see a way back into this 2-on-4.
Karrigan might want to change your mind. BK tucked it on the site for now, but he will come back. And Karrigan collects, but they weren't ready for CT vent. Masuta reveals his location. Heaven, bit of a timer on this. Hits his first, needs Zywoo.
Oh.
Eats it cleanly!
No way.
Karrigan's got him! Could be the ace clutch! Coming in hot is Shox from Hut, and he doesn't seem ready!
Oh.
Shox saves the day! Good grief, this game is delivering! Everyone's shown up. Everyone's done their aimbots. It's 9-4, but Vitality are just hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Down to 1v1s all the time. Damn, Zywoo again felt like he'd done enough. This was like a 2v4. 2v4. Karrigan baits out Masuta, then cleanly sprays his way through into a 1v1. Shox his flank so fast, Karrigan heard it, but too little, too late. Oh, good golly. Counter-Strike different every time. That's why we love it. This one feels funky. High flashes, but no one's watching.
They're ahead of the smokes as well.
Yeah, they're off ski. And Rops, the man who had nothing really to work with, has just done well. Finding on
Oh, okay, that's a bomb.
That's overzealous almost, but Chris J did find Apex in the end. Bomb stays safe for now, but you're right, it is the bomb that's in a weird position. Precarious almost as Zywoo.
Oh, he wouldn't, would he?
You're not gonna do this.
Oh,
Bloody hell. They all seem so desperate to get back in, but it seems just these mad grabs for hope. But Rop's here. Yep, timing's right. Got him.
So that's just Shox.
Again.
Where can he possibly go? The lower side's given up. They don't have lobby control. They knew Chris J was towards Yard with the bomb. Now he could be anywhere. There's a smoke on the site.
He's had to save 2 of these rounds before. 2 clutches. 2 rounds he's kept just about favorable to Vitality. This one's even beyond the previous. That bomb's safely being escorted towards, looks like top site. Shox banging towards the lower, and they clear.
Here's the problem. It's going to be the last round of the half next round, and they won't have anything to work with. These 1v1s, the fact that the rounds have been so close, the fact that Mousesports have turned every situational that looked dire into something winnable has left Shox with some big decisions. Is he the hero? Will he go in and try and win a 1-on-4 situation, or will he just try and hold on to his AK-47? The fact he's just lingering around looking for any lurking mice in the vents. Well, there's no one home, and Rops is actually hunting.
Is it in his interest to save ZywOo's AWP? There was one down there.
It's better than the AK, giving the big man the AWP to go forward, but I don't even know if we get to hold on to this AK. He's going to turn away. The timing, it's a nightmare. Rops takes him down. Nothing going into the final round of play. The most money they have to work with is Apex with 3,650. And look, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on how much money we have to work with, but that's not enough.
Oh, these frags Rob's got. He got the opener, and then with this recovered M4 gets 3. Last, of course, just on that hunt times Shox to perfection. Boom. Last round. Getting into this one. Mousesports definitely in the firm grasp of this first half, and looking like Masuta wants to just charge into their domain, and it does work out. The double MP9 met by Frozen, cutting them down to size, and he's heading outside. There's more lobby the presence, though, and so that's going to be an interesting one for the way this turns on. But if Frozen gets down as well, like this, all of this space is going to give them nothing. They're already in the low side. There's no CTs home. ZywOo is. Smoke the windows. Molly the door. He's bought so much time with that util set. 7 seconds minimum. And tagging up Frozen on that close angle. Always a threat. Visual.
Oh, team kill.
Emus is just Frozen in the head.
Hello.
The weak will not survive. Just puts him down. 3v3 though, a little bit awkward. Carrigan's gonna be the one controlling ramp push. The peaks.
Oh my god.
That's a brave plant. That's a very brave plant, but Carrigan's kept at least the left side somewhat safe as Shox gets closer. Crossfire in place for Chris J, holding that push.
That's the half, folks. 11-4. Mousesports have made another statement on their T side. That's 11 T rounds on Nuke. We'll see how it finishes when we return. I think the audio guy's having a
He's having a nap.
sandwich or something.
Came to hit but never run. I would take on anyone. I got a feeling that it's just begun.
towards, looks like top side. Shocks banging towards the lower, and they clear.
Here's the problem. It's going to be the last round of the half next round, and they won't have anything to work with. These 1v1s, the fact that the rounds have been so close, the fact that Mousesports have turned every situational that looked dire into something winnable has left Shocks with some big decisions. Is he the hero? Will he go in and try and win a 1-on-4 situation, or will he just try and hold on to his AK-47? The fact he's just lingering around looking for any lurking mice in the vents. Well, there's no one home, and Rops is actually hunting.
Is it in his interest to save Zywoo's AWP? There was one down there.
It's better than the AK, giving the big man the AWP to go forward, but I don't even know if we get to hold on to this AK. He's going to turn away. The timing, it's a nightmare. Rops takes him down. Nothing going into the final round of play. The most money they have to work with is Apex with 3,650. And look, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on how much money we have to work with, but that's not enough.
Oh, these frags Rob's got. He got the opener, and then with this recovered M4 gets 3. Last, of course, just on that hunt times Shocks to perfection. Boom. Last round. Getting into this one. Mousesports definitely in the firm grasp of this first half, and looking like Masuta wants to just charge into their domain, and it does work out. The double MP9 met by Frozen, cutting them down to size, and he's heading outside. There's more lobby the presence, though, and so that's going to be an interesting one for the way this turns on. But if Frozen gets down as well, like this, all of this space is going to give them nothing. They're already in the low side. There's no CTs home. Zywoo is. Smoke the windows. Molly the door. He's bought so much time with that util set. 7 seconds minimum. And tagging up Frozen on that close angle. Always a threat. Visual.
Oh, team kill.
Emus is just Frozen in the head.
Hello.
The weak will not survive. Just puts him down. 3v3 though, a little bit awkward. Carrigan's gonna be the one controlling ramp push. The peaks.
Oh my god.
That's a brave plant. That's a very brave plant, but Carrigan's kept at least the left side somewhat safe for Shocks. Gets closer, crossfire in place for Chris J, holding that push.
That's the half, folks. 11-4. Mousesports have made another statement on their T side. That's 11 T rounds on Nuke. We'll see how it finishes when we return. I think the audio guy's having a
He's having a nap.
sandwich or something. T rounds on Nuke usually spells success. Let's see if the French want to change our minds. I say our minds. I've got myself Machine hanging out with Pansy and Sponge. So, second game, second half, first round. An update, of course, for the other games. You can see Astralis are off to a flying start. We were wondering how that would shape up versus Team Spirit. And in the FaZe Clan Complexity affair, it's on Mirage, FaZe's pick, and they managed to post 6 in that first half. That's happening. You can check out the streams. Just go ahead and add a B, C, or a D to those games or to your stream you're currently watching. Frozen tapping ahead, and Zywoo not quite dead, brought down to 4. Oh, and a spot onto Shocks, a long-range Glock. 1-on-1 at this point in time. Still 4 remaining. It is Rops that's rotated into the lower side. He's got some options here. You can hear the steps. It's easy to get overwhelmed by Glocks. He's opted for nothing more than a pause, and so have Vitality. Cutting noise now as they look to be backing up towards the top site. Carrigan has access to contain this, but Shocks on that rooftop could be the hidden element.
Carrigan has to be very careful here. Gonna get overrun.
Could do. Spots both of them. He's worked it out. Top site spotted. Bomb spotted. Masuta, oh, a couple of chances. 3 players overwhelm him, though. And he gave it all he had. Chris J. Kit. Rob's armor.
I don't know where else you can take this now.
I think Chris wants to flash Rob's up heaven.
Oh, we did see it work pretty nicely in that previous game, didn't we?
Yeah, not much time though. Not enough time.
I know it sounds like a horrible solution for the pistol round, but I would just
Save.
say it sucks. It's not what anybody wants to do.
Has Rob's taken any armor damage?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
So he'll be able to upgrade to head armor for very, very cheap next round. Chris J holding on to the kit could come into play on the 4-spy. They will get the $1,900 loss bonus. You can see here flashes just in case they do get tackled. But it won't be any problems. Both teams are more than happy just to allow the others to hold on to what they've got. After that first half, Frozen with 17 kills. Rops with 14, 12 for Chris J. So a big haul there from Frozen. And those clutches, one of the key elements as to why that first half was so dominant. Buys will come on through. Vitality have 3 Galils, 2 Mac-10s, going up against 3 Deagles, a Scout, and an MP9 in the hands of BMAS. Smoke walls towards Yard. Looks like the standard for the Secret Cross will be coming on through. An aggressive one.
Look, I see Chris J, I see a Scout. I'm happy. Frozen hides away in the smoke. Apex is in front of this. Could be a danger. No reaction yet. Couple of nades here and then. Frozen plays this calm and collected. Do have Rops down below as well. He's finally come around. Oh, he needed that shot. Doesn't get it. And the 2 men who are trying to play those little corners, playing smokes, find those moments, have been taken down.
Yeah, this round should be done. I don't see a way for Carrigan and BMAS to get back into this, considering their current positions. Shock's just going to milk away there with the Mac-10 at range. Now BMAS on top of that. Maybe he gets 1 for good measure. Been spotted from Shock. Shock's with a dink. 3 HP and dead. So a clean one there from Vitality. Going to bound back, hopefully with a bit of confidence during that halftime break, having a team talk, need to wake on up, need to get into this game, because if you don't know what's on the line here, winner of this goes through to the playoffs. Loser is out. Their Pro League dreams are dashed for Season 12. And, well, Mousesports next round shouldn't be too potent whatsoever. You can see BMAS has brought on in with a P250. Maybe a technical timeout here with the match paused in the middle of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully this one isn't going to keep us busy for too long.
Well, there has been a new signing for a certain team out there.
That's right, Cloud9.
True.
Yeah, they just signed Mezzi. That's probably not a
talent.
name familiar with a lot of people out there within the Counter-Strike realms.
Do you know much about him?
No, not someone who's been on my radar whatsoever.
I was reading a little bit about him. It was an interesting article written by Rush B Media, I believe.
Okay.
Just highlighting his work ethic and how he was introduced to the game. From a young age, was prioritizing the team play aspect. It was always something he'd maintained, and then never actually played pugs until he kind of had completed the whole global elite rush thing. So he'd never pugged.
cool.
It was always with a team of 5. So in his developmental stages, he was already learning team.
Already in that.
Yeah. So not a pug god in the same sense as others. It's interesting.
Yeah, I like the cultivating of young talent, and I mean we can already see it here. These guys are a little bit further ahead in that regard of notoriety. But if you've got the good scouting, if you found someone a bit of a diamond in the rough, that's not bad at all.
Well, he still needs 3 more players over there, old boy Henry. So we'll have to see what team he can put
Rustle
together.
up, yeah.
2 Brits right now. It's a little bit biased.
Seems good.
Yeah, British Counter-Strike's been really good.
All I heard was that you wanted JKS around. You throw the name out on your podcast, like, oh, it'd be good to get old Jazzy Bear in there. Nah. Don't know about that one, mate.
Don't speak too soon, Lauren. There's plenty of time.
Okay.
Plenty of time for that to happen.
Oh, go on, Robs.
I want to see him win a 1-on-4 with a silenced USB.
He's got a Zeus too, mate. Hold on. Here we go. Nah.
Damage.
Oops.
Might get the kill onto Shocks. Never mind. Apex there to help his old friend out. And that's going to be 7 rounds on the board for Vitality now. So if Mousesports lose this first gun round in the second half, this lead that they netted, 11-4, will be over very, very quickly. It really does look like they're playing GoldenEye, doesn't it? Even the graphics get much worse. Okay, so this is an important round for Mouse in their campaign. This is their map choice. So let's get this one underway. M4s are plenty. Chris J on that AWP. Smokes over towards Yard early. Chris J being Warehouse, Frozen over towards Main. Looks like the L-frame smokes are in quickly. And a tag onto Shocks and Chris J. So exchanging damage.
That credit card angle.
Masuda just laid a bloody egg.
Rob's in that off angle. He's got a lot to do here. A lot. First, these two. Rob PK goes down and Chris arrives just in time to save for the third. And the first attempt at a ramp hit has fallen flat. Apex and Shox. Very few options available to them. Bemis tucked in and responsible for that hut position. You can see Shox's angle is indicative of a long 58 seconds, folks.
I just want to see if they can do any damage to that CT-sided economy, ladies and gentlemen, because you want you to take a look right now as we will have some time to talk through this. The money for Shox right now, 8,500. Oh, he's dead. 7,500
Oh, he's dead.
for Apex, and he's not dead. He gets a little bit more. Make it 2 more. More damage here. The magic number of 3 could be looking good for Apex. Going to make a round of this. Full set of nades left. Lots of noise. Footsteps are heard. Back over towards lobby he goes. Maybe just trying to save this M4, but Frozen has other ideas. On a bit of a soft hunt, not a fast one. And Apex will tuck himself in. The law of nuke. So what happened was the terrorists, they're a bit more aggressive than they are on overpass. Rush will show you here. They've actually crashed the truck through the fence. That's how they've broken in. Now, a nuclear facility.
Sounds dangerous,
Yeah,
this.
so that's why they had to go with a little bit more tenacity.
How's the security guard? Is he dead in the room
I'm
still?
not sure. Rush is the security.
I don't believe there is one on this.
No, it used to be though.
Well, it was
Train,
on
there
this
used to
or-
be on old train as well. There used to be a security guard that was dead, or someone, maybe a lab coat. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But the props in the game, we want to keep it as messy as possible. So those are 2 unfortunate frags to drop there, as we know that Vitality will be able to get a full buy on the board. We won't see the AWP, but we will see these fast smokes towards Yard again. So the L frame, they like to do it deep and swifter. This is going to give Shox a lot more room to work with. We know the standard wall of secret smokes does allow players to tuck on in, jump on over the red and do some damage. But for Mousesports, this round is very, very important. The last was good to get them out of the gates. This one here, they need to stabilize. And for Vitality, the opposite. They can ruin the economy of Mousesports here, send them down the rabbit hole. It looks like they just postured in lobby right now to set up for a bit of a set piece towards top. Not too much utility being thrown on out within the early stages. They've done their misdirection. They forced out the rotation. As you can see, Rops has rotated down to secret. And at this point, they can set up their top piece.
Where's the flash coming from? Naiwu. And this is the go. Mollies, flashes, 2 mollies, Bemis burning, backs out. They're trying to go down the vents and Carrigan catches them both. He spotted the bomb as well. It's dropped down the vents now, so the low side commitment from Apex. He needs to be quiet. Needs to be quiet. Has to go loud now. Spotted. But the bomb is on its way lower. Rops has got a lot to do with because Shox is coming from one end and Apex is in the vents already. So he's waiting and the off angle bays off. Bombs down. Cyber reveals his location and by finding 2, the round is on. Gets interesting now. Apex tucking in. He's in a bit of a no man's land. And Carrigan going window makes it almost certain he'll go down here. Could be the frag now. All onto a low health Zywoo. 3, 2, 1, game. 13 for Mouse. Made a bit spicy from Zywoo. Had a couple of Scotch bonnets in his pocket, but not enough to get me too excited.
So this was great stuff. Yeah, Carrigan booked that right there. Surprising we didn't see a Molotov on top of Hut to facilitate that. That was the only option that could really negate that vent drop. They even put in a special Molotov from Zywoo there to go wide out towards the CT vent to stop the CTs from about to swing and take the fight, spamming through the smoke. So good stuff from Mouse. The buy will come on once again from Vitality. You can see here, plenty of money in the bank balance for Shox, the only one yet to invest. They're taking a timeout to discuss their options. It will just be the AK-47, and we can bring you up the scores as they are so far. Frozen yet to frag in this second half, but Rops looking good now, both of which are over 100 points of ADR. Apex leading the way. We saw him having to have some big boy rounds and take the fight to Mousesports within that first half. 14 kills for him, 14 for Zywoo. As we get back underway. Same smokes again. I like to do the L frame off the bat. More unusual than what we see most teams go for. Or will just be the standard wall of smokes. Wait, what?
Again? Shox just gets found. Carrigan's having the time of his life here.
They've miscommunicated what set of smoke balls they were going for here.
Ooh.
That's a bit of a problem because one threw for the L block, the other threw for the standard secret wall.
See, yeah, there's a gap. And Carrigan's getting another. And now Robs is closing the noose. There's another. Oh, Zyru's caught. This one is so sketchy. And it's over already. Mousesports definitely taking firm control now of Nuke. And it's getting awkward for the T's. 3K, 3.3. It will be Mac 10s. Carrigan just threw the silhouette. That was all he had to work with. A slight silhouette from the incandescence of the Molotov. Molotov, if you're from Boston.
Makes sense.
All right. Round 22. Vitality, they're running out of dollary dues. Mac 10s, Galils.
I honestly just imagine the mental state of this team is getting a little bit frayed. The smokes are off, the losses in clutches. It's hard to reset. These flashes are good. Misuta. Let's get found. Carrigan's being a real thorn in their side. Never making it easy. He's catching them down the vents. No one's allowed to scurry around his house.
Very concerned here for Vitality. This is looking flat. Rushed approaches a lot of the time. Normally they do their best work within these mid-rounds, but they're not winning a lot of their opening duels. Now it is a 3-on-3, so maybe they can turn that around. There is a really decent chance for that. The bomb is the biggest problem that they have to deal with right now. Look at Robs' position. He's really able to cover off any progression over towards heaven. If they jump on around through the outside position, if they try and go up the ladder, he should have the jump on them there.
I really like their setup.
Oh dear, okay. That's a good kill. A great find from Zywu. Vitality, they might have a shoe in this round.
Yeah, there's probably a shoe, but does it fit? Bomb loose. Chris flashed. Oh, and he confirms that he ate it. Throwing out one of his own now.
Panicked.
Real problems.
Chris J's in so much danger.
Needs this. Gets it cleanly. Zywu gone. RPK on the sub. What? Okay, I thought that was a Beamer's flick. Good grief, I was about to lose my shoes. I was going to lose my shoes.
You're gonna lose your shoes.
I was, nearly.
Oh, I was about to lose my shit.
Ah, thank goodness you didn't. But 15-7, stretching now. See that Chris J fight, he knew he had to do that. You can see the double flash to reposition.
Did he hit him with the 360 after that? God damn.
Yeah. Bemis's reaction times.
Yes.
There's Frozen. Feeling himself with his signature wood. Hanging on the wall there.
Final.
Galils.
Yeah. Oh, the timing. Chris has at least seen them. The spamming right now needs to be considered in main. Frozen. Oh, he had enough bullets to deal with Apex. So, good stuff as they do find the opening in yet another round.
I just want to see if Vitality can pull themselves together here. It feels like they are frayed, but with Shox finding secret success, he's going to head over that way. They have collected the bomb and they're looking at ramp. On the other side is Robs.
Just Robs. An AWP, no less. Finds himself one. Confirms that there's more to come. Does seem to have been allowed to tuck in, which is nice. And now scoping up for another fight. Dropping down is Masuta. That Mac 10 is hunting fast. And yeah, Shox. He knew it was a possibility. Robs gets caught out though. 3-on-3. Bemis changes things quickly. Catching one on the descent of the vents. Masuta's only got a Mac 10. But the bomb's down courtesy of Zywu and flashing for Masuta to get the hell out of dodge. Does land some good damage and gets away. Two of your plucky aimers for the French here to defend this after plant, to extend this nuke, to take us into another round of play. Powerful spot here. He can shoot the toes. One. Hard shot for Bemis now. And Frozen found on the edge of the smoke. This is a great round. Turned around. And Vitality securing their 8th and delaying the inevitable.
It does feel like that. It's one of these games when 15 is found so early, and especially the CT side of Nuke. The reason that we're basically putting a fork in this game is because for Vitality to string so many T-sided rounds back-to-back means they can't have any footfalls, means they can't give up too many multi-frags. And Nuke is a map where multi-frags, if aggression is brought on in, if Mousesports want to deny that yard control, they want to push into lobby, they should find a couple. So they're going to have a lot of rounds to do this. Round 24 getting underway. Chris J shooting off the AWP and Frozen pushing up close with this MP9. Hiding in the smokes. He's coming through on the flash. Has he been heard? Yes, he has. So he drops. Big opening there from Shox, and through the smoke they continue.
Huge opportunity now. ZywOo's going to move forward. Pretty sure looking at Chris J, well aware that this is a danger area. Bomb is still way, way, way back. So all of the space garnered can still be held. And it looks like Chris J is actually going to regress slightly towards lobby. This is pretty bold.
It is. And if he sets up here, which it seems he might after clearing close. Good grief. Where are you off to, Chris? Oh my God, he's found RPK. If he goes any further, he'll find the bomb. The bomb's just back there towards the spawn. Now Chris could get caught, not really got too many options, but locking in Apex in main. This is all backwards. It's all upside down. It's all topsy-turvy. He drops into the vents. Masuta catching Bemis, though. They lose control of that. They don't understand why they're fighting for that part of the map so much, but it's because the bomb's there.
Shox is going to get it. Masuta's there with it, but they are being really cautious. But the time being bought by this allows a bit of room for Chris J to maneuver again.
Nobody's top site. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Had there been one on each site, I think this low time could cost them, but Vitality have got open sites and Masuta can plant any way he wants. So it's going down now. Safe plant. Chris and Robs probably just going to want to save this one.
All right, well, they're out of money. If we're going to look at the financial situation right now, it's not looking great on the Mousesports side of things. But as we mentioned, feels like a matter of time. And that time for Vitality, their back is against the wall in every single round. And that means they need to almost call a perfect game. And when they do play more of a risky style, eventually somebody is likely to drop the ball. Or they could just go nuclear here and no mistakes, take us all the way to overtime. As Chris, can he hold on to it? Oh dear, he did.
Lucky
very,
boy.
very lucky to hold on to that there. So as that bell sounds, or that sound effect rings to kick things off, this is Frozen. Unfortunately, I think he was team flushed there by Chris. That was the kill icon at the top there. Oof, such a tough angle to clear where Shox was playing. All right, well, let's take a look at how they want to wield these two weapons. They've actually force bought behind it, so this means that Mousesports losing this one, unless they save guns again, are going to have to take a save. Smoke wall disrupted. Chris J has a window. They closed it with a smoke of their own. Apex close up towards main, so misdirection all across the board from Vitality here, and they still have been able to get Shox and ZywOo down into the lower side of things. The bomb back towards lobby. Rops has to deliver in a big way.
It's unlikely they do this dry.
It's shallow. Second molly's good. Rops under pressure now. Vent control. It's going to be a top split. They're coming up the vent. BMAS has to deliver here.
Smoke's not great. Good shots from BMS, but that's all. Does get himself 2, nearly 3. God damn. Could have put Apex on notice. Could have put Vitality on the same. But yeah, Rops is just hanging out, doing some balanced beams. Hanging out in the lower site, not able to contribute into this one. Can have a little tour with Rops as he walks around. Fire extinguisher signs, radiation controlled area. What else we got? Observation deck. Oh, I haven't looked in there in a while. Wee! Oh.
Take a look at the reactors, Rush. I'm a bit of an expert. If you're going to fly in through those windows, I'll talk you guys through what's going on. So back up to the other side, left, back into window side. Go down the stairs. Go up this other stairs. Go through the windows to your left. All right, if you just want to take a look here, so this is where we'll be finding some of the cooling equipment. The maintenance here within those red crates, that's where they keep the tools.
I think they could have stacked them up a bit neater, really, considering the...
Well, look, the foreman, he did take the weekend off.
Come on, guys.
So, you know
Must be
how
nice.
it gets.
Come on, mate. Good to see there's a fire extinguisher close by. Of course, I would assume that's probably not full of water. What with the electricity box nearby? No electrical fires. Which one do you use for electrical fires? Do you remember the training? Is it foam for electricity?
I'm not sure.
Sand for something. I don't know.
Just avoid fires.
Fire is bad. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, got it. Right, we've got P250s. We've got, obviously, Rops's retained gun. No?
That's enough to deter him, I think.
I don't know if I'd be re-picking that one right there if I was Apex. Now, this should be a clean round for Vitality, all things considered.
Yeah.
They've only thrown 1 grenade this round so far.
Oh, they might boost and kill the AWP hit. Oh, that would have been cool. Could be cool.
Oh, it is possible.
Is cool.
Has he been spotted? Does Shock see it? Shock hasn't seen anything. Rops takes him down. Apex
brilliant.
is low. Okay, this is why I said it should be a clean round. Now we might start having a discussion of what's going on here.
Yeah, it's like when your mate has a go on your, toy controller car or something and messes it up. So Zywoo going to pick back up the AWP. There goes the M4, though. That was the next kind of big piece if you want to see Mousesports maybe close it here. You have to depend on those pistols. Less likely to have any successes, no armor with them, no flashes, but maybe BMAS doesn't need much more than just the pistol.
Yeah.
Suitor on the chase, but there's 2 of them.
It's good shooting.
Oh, Frozen catches Zywoo here. This is all going to come down to timing. Oh, very, very careful work from Zywoo on the flank.
Oh,
30
that bomb.
seconds.
That bomb is a little bit dangerous here with Carrigan and a gun.
It is. He wants to catch the first. He does knock Masuta off his perch. A clutch for Carrigan required. RPK goes to retrieve the bomb and does so safely. Zywoo, that's the other healthy target. So he has images to both of them. Needs his precise shots to be connecting as RPK distracted with the plant. Another chance, another squandered opportunity, and it's Zywoo to confirm it. So now Vitality starting to be at least a louder voice. 15-9 was the score, finding ourselves at 15-11 as Shock's got his head knocked off in that close angle. He was scoped up in the gap, so he saw nothing. Looks like he's got a racing rig behind him as RPK.
He does like these old cars, RPK. I learned that from my
He's a mechanic,
Instagram
wasn't he?
research.
That's true. Maybe we'll see him on the streets of Monza once he hangs up the mouse and keyboard.
All right, well, here we go. This looks like a top piece. This Molotov clips through and will get anybody off the rafters. I'm not sure anybody's home. Carrigan spamming it wildly away. Doesn't get anything done.
Yeesh.
RPK is very scary when he gets like that. Just bullies in, just very bullish in approach. And these 3, well, we've got to look at what the money's like as well and what this means for the bigger picture here. Now, that kill's not bad. They've taken down Apex, but you can already see where they are. So you think you're going to imagine what's going on here. It's time to keep the weapons.
Yeah, and look, at this point, now the comeback is well and truly on. Vitality are more than able to take this into overtime. They're more than able to convert because Mousesports are going to run out of available plays. It's going to come down to their individuals stepping on up in a big way and getting it done because the amount of time they've had to practice as a new 5, very, very slim. CT side rotations, working out those little maneuvers where, oh, flash you, this is our aggression, this is our yard control. They might not have enough in the back pocket, which means they need to come up with it on the fly. And I said they're running out of time. We'll only have 3 rounds left to do it. Otherwise, Vitality will be taking us to that aforementioned overtime. The guns will be dropped across. And if you were going to take some risks, now would be the moment to do it. But with Vitality's direct approach, the fact that they like to do things quite quickly, off spawn, quick smokes, down secret, taking fights, taking duels, exploiting rotations, they're everywhere. Mousesports have to hope that they gamble correctly. So AWP on Chris still from that saved round. Fast towards yard, secret smokes landing, as quick as you like.
Frozen's got to hear this, surely. He's the player who's in... Yeah, he's going to hear a lot of steps heading down. Call's going to be made. BMAS on the case, already going to get through the vents, gets there first. Frozen does find Apex too. Frozen lingered a little towards the entrance of Secret, towards the top side. That's a big bit of info, but a big bit of damage. Now he can't really back away. He's got players right.
Oh.
He takes down Shocks. Are you kidding me? BMAS making this so much more difficult. It's just 2 now.
This could be it. Zywoo and Masuta. Plenty of time. 70 seconds on the clock and a puzzle to solve. Put their heads together. 2 heads much stronger than 1. Now going for the wallbang. It does certainly reveal his location. They'll have to keep guessing as to the location of the others. Smoke to get them across. Shooter does hit the shot necessary. Now they can plant. ZywOo's taking room. Chris J not ready for this. And now what was a 2v2 has fast become a level pegging 2-on-2. Up he goes. Shooter mantles Frozen and Carrigan to secure this. This was 2-on-4 for the game, for the map. Mousesports pick. Shooter's low. ZywOo in the crossfire as well. Carrigan's got a lot to do, and what a shot from ZywOo. They're doing it. There's no time. ZywOo doesn't go down. Frozen's run out of options in a 2 versus 4, folks. ZywOo taking some initiative and taking some headshots. 3 kills between the 2 of them. It's an ace. And Mousesports back to square 1 with Peanuts and Pocket Lint. That's going to be a fantastic round win for the French. And we play on.
And well, with the max loss bonus in play, at least we'll see a partial investment from Mousesports coming through here. Obviously, it won't be the full buy. You could see there the money was not fantastic. It almost feels like anything you can do, we can do better type scenario here from Vitality. They were on the receiving end of a bunch of clutches in the first half, and they're pulling some out of their pocket here now. Aggressive. Chris is invested into the AWP. Everyone else has only gone for a half. Well, no, I say that. BMAS is full invested as well, so very curious scenes right now. Next round will only be 3,400. They won't have a great buy for those 2 individuals, and BMAS almost goes down immediately. Spam through the smoke to 1 HP. That's unconfirmed damage. You might want to look to hand that M4 across to somebody else and pick up one of these pistols.
He's going walkabouts. He's trying to be proactive. That's one. That's a bomb. Now you're going to have to call to Robs. Hey, you're in danger, bud. I just saw a couple of people really looking towards ramp, and here they go. Robs, though, looks for one, doesn't get it, falls away, goes back for more, gets found by RPK. Ramp's all theirs, and they're heading down towards lower. Who's here? Frozen. There's that M4. There it goes. ZywOo. These guys are just powering forward now.
This is mad. Vitality have truly just given Mousesports a taste of their own T-side. Chris J's got to save the AWP, so we can stop getting too concerned, but it will come down to the final round of regulation. What a turnaround this has been.
They hunting. Is Chris going to hold on to this AWP? Shox. He wants to take this away. They have enough money. They may as well hunt. It's the last round of the game coming on through. This is the right call. This is the right play. They need to be pushing into CT spawn. They need to take this out of Chris's hands.
ZywOo has flashes. He's going to flash. Chris is holding the line.
Just get in there. This doesn't make much sense.
What are they waiting on?
There's so much money to work with. They should fight this. Don't worry about your stats right now. Take the AWP out of the equation. He's got no money. And they've done it.
Okay.
Waiting for the explosion to mask the steps of the charge. Ladies and gentlemen, what a comeback this has been. This is now 7 rounds in a row for the 8th. And in order to convert this T-side into an overtime, it's time for another ZywOo performance.
Look at that.
Let's get into it then, folks. Let's see if this one has got any more twists and turns, or if the final hurdle's just going to be enough to catch the toes of Vitality.
Remember how this started? Vitality missing smokes, bombs being left behind, losing 2v4s, 1v4s. They've recovered. Strong mental fortitude being shown, but it does come down to this. Does it go OT, or are we closing here? Shox. Quiet, calm, collected, game on, it's upper. They're all looking towards it. Frozen's here, Carrigan's here, and that's a bit of damage coming right back to him.
Oh my goodness, 2-on-3, here we go. Another duel, Frozen wins it, 2-on-2. 2 frags, it's the same. ZywOo this time to the low side. Chris J this time responsible for containing it, but with an AWP, with so many odd angles, decon would be an easy one. Oh, and he's missed his shot. Chris comes down! 1-on-1, bombs loose. All of this hard work from the French, and now Apex is the one that has the absolute control of his own destiny. A 1-on-1. He suspects it, he spots it, but it's Frozen to win out. An agonizing way to have your map taken from you. Mousesports take nuke. Frozen secures it for his squad. 3 kills. He was the star of the first half, and he is enough of a star in the second. 16-14.
can't counter-strike. You can't counter-strat what you don't know, and we don't know what Mousesports have to offer on this map. Something that they've apparently been practicing, and we've kicked off the pistol round already. Zai was taken down Frozen in a quick exchange there with Chris J.
Got some interesting insights from Carrigan in the interview about how the integration of Bemis has affected their practice schedule and regimen. Not only making time for his schooling, but also having to practice late at night. Not the best oppositions. It's interesting. The black box of Vertigo for Mousesports has been opened. Let's see what they've got for us. Nice headshot. That's the first thing I'm noticing. Everyone's popping heads. Double for Chris J. Apex, all to do for him. He has nothing but the Glock and the smoke on his side. Overwhelmed, overrun, triple kill for the Dutchman. That is the first. Don't know if he took any damage there. I'm intrigued to know if anyone got a free helmet. Don't think so.
It's quite contrasting here to look at the amount of information there is on Vitality on this map, purely because they were on that massive win streak on it, compared to Mousesports, who we know, with BMAS, have not played it officially. Now, that's when Carrigan, within the interview, is like, well, who's going to be AWPing? You guys don't know, unless you've practiced us, you're not going to have that level of information. Now, previously, Woxic was playing over towards that middle area, but he wouldn't do a lot of AWP work. It was actually Chris J who did a decent chunk. So I'm going to be curious with a new map to see the new approach. And Vitality have opted in with the 4-spy going into the second. So we can see Deagles, Galil in the mix and a mid-walk coming on through. BMAS will have to deliver early.
Yeah, BMAS quite isolated too. Doesn't have any buddies with him. That's a problem now. Took a lot of damage on that first fight. Does eventually fall, so mid is open for the taking. We saw Vitality show us more to this map than just ramp in the past, and feels like we're going to see that again. But a good nade comes back through, keeps Apex and Zio quite humble in approach. The smoke will kind of create a pause for thought, but Carrigan does not care for it. Straight through, Apex down. Where are they heading, though, with that bomb?
Swings and roundabouts right now, trying to find an opening, trying to find an avenue in. Our Vitality is Frozen jiggle peeking with that MP9. We'll spot some down towards the forklift room and then bound on back to safety.
He's even got an incendiary, so had he heard steps behind him, he'd have dropped that straight away. Starting to gather towards B. Chris is tucking himself into the almost a one and done, but against this kind of buy, it might be more than just one.
The A stack right now from Mouse. This could be problematic if Chris doesn't get a kill at all.
Or if they start throwing util now.
They didn't clear close. There's the punish. Does he get... Oh, he almost got 3 of them. Not bad, though. 5 HP difference, so he'll take that. Smoke's now up. Zai, we're going to be called to do something beyond...
Surely they don't let him plant.
The ability, you would imagine not, even with all those smokes kind of creating a little bit of problem. Oh, a knife. That's tasty. That's a tasty one.
That is ridiculously tasty. There's not many meals you can have that give you $1,500, but is that a snack?
Good stuff here from Robs, making sure he denies the plant just in time. Would have been unfortunate to get the knife kill and they get the extra money. So Carrigan laughing, having a good time. Important over there for the honeymoon period of the Mousesports squad, and this would be a massive scout for them to take, and it would lock themselves in for the playoffs. Vitality would be another French name falling. We saw G2, they've been having some woes. They weren't able to get into the top 4. Vitality, well, they're only 14 rounds away from feeling that same fate.
I do want to make a bit of a short shout out to Halloumi.
Halloumi?
Super underrated cheese.
We had Halloumi last night too.
Yeah, magnificent.
That dinner was, it's so good. One of my favorite places in Cologne.
No, I've had halloumi in my mouth twice in a row. That's rare for me. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Shout out to halloumi. If you haven't tried it, give it a go. It's like the meat of the cheese world.
Yeah.
That's how I'd describe it. We do have the match medic coming in. Looks like we just wanted to reset things and everyone can get their goodies and get this round underway. So no stress.
The stretcher out there on the server.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's our equivalent.
All right, well, some of the keys that I want to talk about with Vitality and their T side on this map, they're relatively individual dependent because they do string out with like 2-1-2 style fights, 2 towards A, 1 towards middle, 2 towards B, or sometimes they'll swing 2 towards mid and 1 towards B. But winning those fights comes down to the individuals. Now, they do set each other up with flashes, smokes, and nades. Okay.
Arrogant.
No damage done. We should be fine. We should be good. Let's... probably going to have a... I'm not going to say it just yet.
I'm hearing
It's definitely... Okay, so Carrigan lagged just there. No damage was done, meaning no harm, no foul. We had no idea what the approach was going to be at that point. It's all good. It was just an eco from Vitality, so we will get this one reload it again.
Okay, third time's the charm.
We definitely don't want to have any compromises here in a game with so much on the line.
Yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, there's a good chance that some of you joining us here missed the prelude, or the first map. The lay of the land for this game is playoffs. Winner takes it, loser doesn't. Playoffs for the ESL Pro League, not only a part of ESL Pro Tour, but also a handsome prize purse and a good way to keep yourself busy.
I've been struggling with that lately.
Yeah?
It's just so much Counter-Strike, Lauren.
Are you struggling to keep yourself busy then?
I love Counter-Strike so much I don't look at it like a chore that keeps me busy.
Goodness me.
Had to really try and worm my way out of that one, didn't I?
No, I do want to kind of boil this down to, I feel like we get to see, not necessarily the future for Mousesports, but like something that could be brought onto a desk for a couple of games. If they do, let's say they win here, they look good on Vertigo, the map pool gets quite fun, doesn't it? Because then they've got Vertigo in their map pool. Clearly playable if they do best Vitality of all people on it. Could be a fun topic. Or Carrigan is the best imposter and he makes some great old fictional story tales up.
Well, look, you need to have a bit of that about you, I think. We need more. Well, we don't need more of it, but we need players who are willing to play the game inside and out of the server. This is
It's a difference.
It is a mental game, that is for sure. And somebody who is as tenured as a leader as Carrigan knows all the tricks of the trade.
Oh, I keep thinking about halloumi cheese now.
I'm telling you.
It just makes you feel like Nando's. You got that like nice spicy chicken, the salty halloumi cheese in there. Oh,
I'm so excited that there's a UK player on Cloud9. Not only one, but two.
I'm just glad it's not someone that I've seen before who's been washed through the, you know, out on the ringer, years and years. No, fresh talent coming up, gets to be shaped by one of the best IGLs out there. Surrounded probably some, I'd assume they go for some experienced players now as well to bolster that kind of like, you know, young and new.
Well, look, you guys are keen to see it. Obviously, you're Brits, so there's a little bit of excitement right there. But to be honest, there are a lot of question marks here. Like, Alex has to deliver in a big way. Let's be real. He signed a massive contract, and he hasn't played at the top level in some time now. So to just think he's going to come back in and pick up where he left off, that's a huge question mark. And then the new pickup of Mezzi. Like I said, he wasn't even on my radar whatsoever. That doesn't mean he's not a good player. I have to watch the Tier 1 Counter-Strike, you know.
You don't have time to trawl into that.
It's crazy for me to be looking that deep. So he might be just another one of these diamonds in a rough, and it'd be fantastic to have a legitimate UK star. We haven't had one of those since 4 Kings days.
I mean, for heaven's sake, just because he hasn't necessarily been, you know, playing one particular circuit and achieving there doesn't mean he's not got the ability. Look at Masuta, for example. I mean, he was actually your raw FPL star, and it took him a long process of adaptation into the team game. And of course, that's the same journey ahead of Mezzi, admittedly. Sounds like he's already a couple of steps ahead in that respect, more of a ROPS in that respect in terms of the team play and the understanding of the game. Masuta more of a blunt object initially, but has been formed. Some would refer to him as a malleable player.
Yeah, Rush, would you refer to him in that way?
What's that? Say that again, sorry?
Would you consider Masuta to be, now this is a bit of a big word, so get ready, malleable?
He is, yeah, look, guys, this Masuta guy is a malleable player. You know, he's still up and coming, I think. I think he's slotting in the team absolutely fantastically.
Rush, who would you say would be a safe pair of hands?
A safe pair of hands, you're looking at your Shoxes, you're looking at your Zywus. They're a safe pair of hands. You can guarantee some snappy frags coming out from them.
Would you say there's a Rock on the team?
Yeah, look, right. The Rock, Apex. He gets that signature scout out.
You forgetting about RPK or what?
Oh, yeah, good point.
RPK is such a rock.
He is like a rock and a tank. I guess they are pretty similar. One's got tracks and one doesn't move at all. But, I mean, RPK, once he's moving, he's fragging.
All right, and Rush, how do you feel about Halloumi?
Halloumi, I can't remember last time I had halloumi, but I do like it. I saw it in the... I got some barbecue as well, but I didn't take any. And when Alex was talking about it now, I'm feeling like I should have. But
go grab one.
I doubled down on the mushrooms, though. I'm a big mushroom fan. They were so good.
Really nice. I love like a garlic mushroom as well. That was always mine. Like, I love it. You're not a fan, Alex?
I don't like mushrooms.
Mushrooms, they're in a
Is
weird...
it the texture or...
They're in a weird middle ground for me. Like, if we're frying them, I'm down for a fried mushroom. But, like, even then, sometimes they're a bit rubbery. Like, I'm biting into it and I'm getting too much resistance and then not enough immediately after.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Like, there's a pop to them that I feel is unwelcome.
I have a real issue with textures. Like, I don't like a lot of fruit because it's
that's
like
why
a
Chad
mushy
blends
texture.
everything. Like, he
Yeah.
makes a ketchup sandwich,
Oh,
and
he
blends
just-
then he puts it in the blender and
See,
drinks it.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I have to normally eat things separately because I don't like mixing textures.
Okay, so
You know, like the nightmare of when you bite into something you think is going to be a certain texture and then you get like a crunch, you're like, oh no. And
Surprising
you, like, Yeah,
crunch.
you just get that cold shiver.
like when you've got a wasp in your beer and you have a sip.
Why have you done that to me?
Sorry. But anyways, back into the round 3. Does it look like we're back and Carrigan's got his internet plugged in again? We have to start walking here. My goodness, the sound cues on Vertigo are comical.
The jiggle again from Frozen, actually a bit more than a jiggle. Offering
That's a wide jig.
full body. Alright, spamming away, not a lot to deal with. Well, I thought it'd be cleaner than that.
Yeah. As I was just taking over the game, it seems. He's just used a P250 like a rifle and entry frag 2 fully bought up CTs. And they even pick up an MP9. This could go awry. Bemis reaggressing though. Love to see that. Zywoo caught off. Did not expect to see them falling out of that passive stance. And Chris J just going to go sniping with his very stylish MP7. That's the whiteout. 3-0 though. See how that one spiraled. Zywoo, look at this second shot. Just full on running.
He's so confident with that thing. It's mad.
So right now we've got the ball pub out in the hands of Carrigan. Rops is actually going to be doing some AWPing, so he'll be wielding that bad boy over towards the B bomb side. It looks like they haven't really changed their CT-sided setup a lot. Say, BMAS, you'll be taking Woxic's position. Hold middle, my friend.
Oh, Pacey from RPK. I think he's looking for a little bit of a way through there. Just trying to get a little... maybe noticed earlier, I'm not sure. We've got a little bit of a split here. Zywoo, though, looking for some attention. He might get it from Frozen, but wonder if Frozen would dare. Those smokes do give away just enough room to see him. Ooh, what we got going on there? A little bit of a boosty boost. Okay.
We might... Okay. Very aware from Rops. That was
So aware.
great stuff.
Head.
Apex is going to do his best to get one back. That's a great nade. 53 damage.
Yeah, right on his nose. Chris J's going to swing on that and sends Apex back. Still yet to see a frag from Apex.
I wouldn't be re-peeking that with the AWP there.
No, but I think Chris J might be going for info. Either way, he's chilling for now.
It's a very passive setup on A. Vitality can easily steal this back. The number disadvantage with all the room that they have doesn't really matter.
You're right.
Oh.
They can't stop this plant.
Nice flash. Oh, that Masuta, that's bold. Not too brazen, but not sure if anyone can nade or do anything. They've got mollies, but nothing more. Masuta's still alive. I don't know how he's made it out of there. 12 HP and he lives. So this retake gets a little bit trickier because another one slipped away. No easy kills being offered up. Flash in again. Shock's just going to play the time and...
Half ticked.
I don't... If they don't get a kill now, it's get out of there.
Smoke on the bomb. Late retake off the flash. They're in. Don't clear their corners though, and they're both just knife out. Triple kill for Shocks. And that's one fantastic way to overcome a man advantage. You called that perfectly, Chad. Doesn't matter if they found the opening pick. That was such a passive hold. Mousesports just basically let them in. They just had to walk on out, drop their nades.
I have some worries if it is Carrigan and Frozen, the two individuals having to deal with the A plays, and we've already get flatlined right there, RPK. That's a long way down, head first. But some of the problems that I have with having Carrigan and Frozen over there, it's not that I don't think that they can both deliver. I just think having that as your two individuals, I would want to have... Rob says your B anchor, yeah, okay, I can see that. But I'd maybe want to be having BMAS over there, have some really hungry riflers to get the job done. They've invested again. AWP for Chris, rifles for everybody but Frozen, only with that deagle. Carrigan with that smoke at his feet, it's being used as a one-way. So you can pick over the top of that at the start. If it is faster A-ramp plays coming out from the side of things of Vitality, as we can see here, they're more than happy to slow things down, allow Zywoo to work with the AWP. And now the rifles, as a bit of a caravan, can make their way on up the ramp. Lots of pressure to be applied. Difficult to see how Carrigan gets a kill here.
He sticks around on it. That's going to slow down for a second. No, they speed up. Apex charging in. Carrigan now isolated. How is he still standing? Two big fights. He finally falls on the third. Frozen now called into attention. Slow down the roll. Hinder them for a second. Allow those rotations. Molly now forces him out, but he still lives.
He's got a gap for that. That's perfect. So no bomb will be planted unless Masuta is feeling brave. A second flash to try and get him into the site, and it works. good usage, but they've lost Zywoo in the process. 2 on 4. Drops, he hits another. Masuta to clutch. 4 players. He's already made it 3. He's already made it 2. He's doing some quick maths here, but Masuta not able to overcome the adversity. It will be a defuse coming in courtesy of Frozen. No kits on either, so a full 10 seconds. They had to find those frags relatively quickly. They did. Credit to Carrigan for the 2 he managed to provide.
Yeah, that was huge stuff from
A
Carrigan.
little angle he was holding onto the scaff cross. Ball, this is
There it
exactly
is.
what I'm referring to. Yeah, very
So
strong.
risky. The reason I say it's risky is because if they walk up on the sandbag side, which is just below him, they could jump up and be in his face before he even knows what's going on. So well handled from Rups here.
Big round.
Masuda did his best to make that expensive. You don't want to, well, there's no need to worry right now if you are Vitality just yet. This is still very early stages. This was the map I said a couple of days ago was sitting 50-50 in terms of round distribution. Carrigan actually taking the AWP over towards A. So we have double AWPs out to play.
See how Carrigan fares. Bear in mind, we did see Rops, obviously, not too long ago, looking glorious, but Carrigan has to have a go at it. But he's got plenty of targets. Oh, dangerous games we're playing here. Zywoo now fully alert, fully aware, and Apex fully on the site. That's a problem. What's gone on here? Bit of a miscommunication. Something has gone terribly wrong. Frozen a mile away. This is done, surely.
I mean, this is going to be no fun at all. The bomb is really late. Like, they had to pick it up. RPK's jogging his way there now. You know, like when you kind of, the traffic light's been green from a distance,
Oh,
and by the
no,
time you've
the
got there, you're
horrible,
kind of doing that
weird
awkward run, walk.
Someone holds the door for you, but it's a bit too far away. You do a little like,
the courtesy jog.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Oh, making me feel weird.
So RPK is going to be getting that bomb down, and I mean, I don't know what Mousesports' intentions are here, because it has to surely be the save. They've got people still at B. CT, like, they stood still this entire time. It must be the save.
Yeah, and I really just, this is the problem over towards A. So last round, Carrigan gets away with 2. This time, Apex walks into the side, gets 1 kill, and it's all over Red Rover.
You suggesting or implying that there may need to be an additional member?
I think that 3 players over towards the A side of things, even if it's just one of them being a utility bitch, just throwing some nades early to set them on up, like that's what you need to bolster that kind of defense.
Oh, cool cam. Whoa.
I know that other sides of the map and mid is something that Vitality do like to pressure from time to time, but I feel you could play that a little bit more passively off the bat. But we're still early stages. That's only round number 6.
So how's Vitality's run on this still going? It was
They
flawless.
lost to Complexity, yeah.
That was the only loss they've suffered, right?
Yeah, and that was
Ooh.
not ideal in terms of them going down 2-0. It wasn't too much of a fight. I think it was 16-10, 16-11 on the 2 maps that they did lose to Complexity just the other day.
I'm going to be honest. If I bloody see something terrible happen to Shox that's going to frustrate him in this round, I'm going to be a bit mad.
Yeah, me too. And we apologize to everybody at home if that does happen. There's only so much we can do about that.
No worries. Zywoo doesn't matter to him. This could be a frustrating moment, though. Flashed in, Carrigan, time to go. He's found 2 of them. They're on the bridge. They're dead. Carrigan, that's brilliant. Quick smoke, though. Does he get up in time? Oh, my word. There's the tilt factor. Oh, RPK and Masuta. Gotta be reeling after that.
The fact he gets his weapon out for that 3rd. Very impressed.
Look at Chris taking the space now.
Yeah, I love the angle as well. You can hold, like, this is just such a lock of the doors. As soon as you get yourself to those bottom of T steps, he can just go wherever he wants. He's got entirety of their rotate off A covered.
He needs to just play to contain. If he continues forward, he will get taken down because we can see the flank is being watched. BMS now just scouring over towards middle, making sure nobody's home. And now it will be the A play. So bomb on the back. Utility is good. They could smoke off either side of the site quite easily. Molotovs as well to deal with Frozen's boost position. Chris J's flank will come into play eventually. But they're keeping it quiet. Slow and steady pace. Sound cues, nothing yet. There's the first one. Steps up, Frozen gets an easy kill. Doesn't convert the second, but BMAS does. He was very close in that 3-on-2 situation. That was all kicked on off there by Carrigan and that aggressive MP9 play, making it work wonders. We'll get a replay of that.
This seems that Vertigo, he swapped the I for a Y. He has fully taken over. There's the triple. 1,000-yard stare for RPK after that one.
What's that guy got his head in up the top there? Is it like a box?
Piece of paper.
Okay, well, fast back towards A we go. Still 2 to defend. The rotation's coming over from Chris J. The sound cues have been called. Carrigan, someone going to set him up? Yeah, the flash is good.
New look, haven't seen him yet. Now, position noted. Can he make it away in time? Oh, I want to say yes, barely. Does make it away, actually unscathed.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Not a single point of damage done to Carrigan on those 2 fights with the flashes. You can see their intention, really cool. Zaiwu's redirection during that smoke fight was part of the reason he's still alive and kicking now.
I feel like they're committed to the A site right now, Vitality. This is the only space they have to work with, and they're getting stalled out by utility. The rotation is good, 3 players on the scene. Rops and BMAS will have grenades for the retake, or to deny the plan if the other 3 are able to stall out. Zaiwu low. Another smoke now from Carrigan to cut off this short position. He's going to buy them out until roughly 30 seconds.
Apex the entry fragger, folks. Remember the name, remember the role. 35 seconds, he's got to start doing something. Chris J's playing close. God, that is ballsy. He will be ahead of their flash.
Oh, he's going to be
for it.
right there. How did he get away with that? I really don't know. I thought he'd have him on the peak, but
Low.
still a chance here, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. They're so low. Bomb needs to go down now. It's RPK to deliver it. That nade's going to land on his toes. Down to 26. They're all so low. Less than 70 health between the 3 remaining. Bemis cuts them down to size even further. 44 for Zaiwu and Shox. 1 bullet can seal their fate, but they also have the capacity. AK on the tight line. Oh, and just on the flash they peek. Staring at the wall, staring at the concrete, and soon perhaps staring at, yeah, Yell.
Just 2 bullets, did it, dead. Oh. Now 6 on the board for Mouse. Okay, if Mouse get up to 8 or 9, and it looks like they're going to post more, we need to start getting worried for Vitality. Still, early stages, plants, damage getting done. I'm not worried just yet. Mouse are looking good. They are looking
Carrigan's looking awake. The way he's been approaching this A ramp, every round has been different from him. It was sandbags, it was an MP9 rush, it was double flashes on that sandbag push. What else did they do?
Warping on scaff.
Thank you. Warping on the scaff, the one way over the so every round he's pulled out a different trick.
Chris has been flanking quite a lot. We've seen him in a couple rounds there with the MP7 as well as the rifle in a previous round as well. And this is what we're talking about. You don't know what you're going up against for Vitality, so you need to hope that your game plan works. So far, mixed success and a mixed buy. RPK, P250, Zaiwu, Tech 9, P250 for Shox. Suter still deciding what he wants to buy. Has bought Kevlar and a Deagle. Smoke, AK-47 for Apex. Head armor behind that, and towards middle we truck. So that's BMAS's domain. Flashed off early. That's a good flash work. He's playing it safe.
Fallen all the way back there. I quite like that. Very, very safe. We saw this before. Careful, Carrigan. It's a dangerous game. Not just because of their own, but because they can shoot back as well. But this is where the dangers could have risen if he'd stuck around too long.
But look, they've made them respect the A presence already, and Apex is just walking up. This is such a passive hold from Mousesports.
You hated this last time.
Yeah, don't worry about the weapons you see. If Vitality can get site control, there is a real chance that they can take away another round. And on a partial buy, that could be huge. BMAS needs this kill. Zaiwu taken out of the equation. And now it's going to be a 4 on, well, I guess 2 over towards A attack.
Oh, geez. Okay, Carrigan catching the head. Bomb will go down, though. Not like it's going to be a particularly fun one, though. Nades and Molotovs catching Shox. Apex with that AK. Has to do a lot. RPK, chance with a P250. Heads present themselves. Apex, 15 bullets, make it 9. Too many targets. Overrun. Bemis just working out how to defuse.
I would probably be making sure if I was Mousesports to have 3 players over towards the A side, or at least somebody close this round, because Vitality is still getting into the site, or at least close enough to the site to get that bomb down. Now, the money's looking good. They will be able to purchase whatever they need. 7-2. Okay, maybe now we start to get a little bit worried. It did get dicey there for a second. That's a left eye peek. Just that's such an awkward duel coming out of that elevator room. So the AUG right there making it a little bit easier to handle.
Does look like a beer crate, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah. All right. What have you got for us, Vitality? Let's not let this one simmer out. We built this match up to be a big one.
I think it would be huge if Mousesports were the second team to take Vitality down on Vertigo, to be honest. No one can argue they've not brought their A game. This is playoffs. Carrigan trying his best, trying his damnedest, baited in, and 8 could find him. But look at that. All 5 of them retreating after finding the first blood. They've taken down the king of the castle. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with Rops rotating off, he's going to find himself a lot to do. If they walk straight back to mid to the B site here on contact, there's nobody home. And Shox is just constantly sitting there trying to sell this fake. Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
God, he's done so well.
Rops is getting back in time, like legit. So as BMAS does find Shox and Chris tries to trade, he does.
Coming back.
Oh no!
Chris has got a lot to do here. Masuta finds him pivoting back and forth, back and forth. Frozen doesn't know where the bloody hell he's supposed to go. It does seem like A will be the final port of call. Smokes for the bomb. Frozen. Oh, he's actually got the element of surprise there. If he can catch... Oh, yes, nice. Perfect positioning. RPK, Masuta, Rops just been running from this entire round. So Vitality, they managed to pull those strings and maneuver those CTs into uncomfortable angles.
Yeah, it was good that Vitality were happy to play in limbo there because the information that kept getting presented to them was enough for them to make calls. If they had stuck to their guns and maybe ran into a site, Rops, Frozen, they would have been over there towards B, maybe able to stifle that attack. But by waiting out the aggression, Shox getting one, eventually getting traded, they were able to stay and keeping Mousesports moving around. And here it's just Rops trying to hold on to this AWP. Frozen's cash is not fantastic. And, well, the AWP will drop as well. So we can see here BMAS has 9.5. They should be able to drop guns. There won't be too many dramas. This was the opening. Carrigan trying to be cheeky and aggressive more. Now they're up to the scoreline of 7-3. You could settle into something a little bit more normal if you're Mousesports. Let Vitality try and play their game. You're trying to unravel it. You're trying to stop them from going to their normal pieces. And by doing that, they're having to adjust and they're ready for all these Aggie moves.
Excited to see how Carrigan now approaches that same round play. I think that's the first time we saw him lose cleanly that fight. And no trade, yeah, the flash it didn't quite do the job, so heading up towards sandbags. Does have a way more present buddy with him though this time. Frozen way closer by. Chris J not too far off either. Molly intended towards Scaff. Apex slightly ahead, but isolated, plays in front of it. Oh, the spray works better for Frozen. Nice little flash coming in from Chris J too. A little bit of a, you know, have a good time, bud.
Now they have that opening, they're more than happy to drop back. I think they feel like they're going to push Vitality away from this ramp position. But as we can see on the radar, they're more than happy to continue forward. Now, clearing out as the smoke fades. Zoe with the AWP, the passive A hold again.
They still have that molly on Zywoo, so that could be cleared.
Are they going to clear it? Zywoo's going to go up and over. He should have the advantage on this frag.
He seems so aware of the possibility.
The scope will be heard.
He's got to have heard that, right? That has to have been called. That's going to be heard. He's not
No flash.
doing this. He's still looking to see what's happening. Oh, Zywoo. Just deduction, working it out in the end. And now the 3 remainders are pretty far from this.
Should be a save call now that Chris has gone down. There's no reason to try and get back in this when you've lost deck, heaven position. Deck? Why do I call it deck?
Deck's not bad, though.
Deck's not a bad name.
No.
On the upper deck.
I've been calling it snipers for some stupid reason. I think it's because it's snipers deck. But yeah, deck, significantly quicker.
It's quite funny every time we play with someone new, we get like, oh, that's Zipnix. No, this is everyone's got the different little player calls. It is always good to hear. Makes me laugh.
It's a
I
cool
don't know where
thing.
Zipnix was.
Yeah,
No way.
look.
No idea.
4 rounds. I don't know. Do we have to worry? I don't know if we do. I think Vitality are looking good now. They're poised, right? They're not getting flustered. If you were down 7-2 and you kept going quick and they just were losing those rounds, then I would worry. But they've actually stabilized at this point. And now they've taken control of the economy.
2 consecutive rounds, right?
Yes.
I think the Mousesports will just remain that kind of question mark. So I can't say, well, they've got the T side and they're solid on it.
Yeah, we have
right?
no idea.
Because technically this is quite an even map. So this scoreline's not too bad. It could be reasonable. Oh my god, it's brave and it's worked. ZywOo's across.
Yeah.
No one was at B.
Look at the space he's got here. RPK's there too. Oh, Mousesports, you're gonna hate the way this one plays out.
No.
I'll tell you now, this is gonna be catastrophically unfun for all of Mousesports. They've lost B, and they're about to have a double-pronged flank into their A stack. In fact, oh no, not with his knife out. Even worse, Rob's caught completely unawares, blindsided as they've gone all the way through B. Now B's the bomb's gone down. ZywOo gets an AWP out of the only weapon you had. One of them, now in his hands. Catches Chris J, and it's another double kill from ZywOo that translates into a round win. Yes, Vitality composed now. And admittedly, yes, Mousesports T-side is a black box. We really do not know what to expect from them there. And with all of that said, we can sit back, relax, and wait for that bomb to explode. That's exactly what the teams are doing. Can see the update for the games. Astrana Spirit on Nuke looks to be going pretty damn close. Exciting to see that Spirit are pushing them.
Just realised it's Magix and
Magisk. Yeah, God.
Oh,
who's casting that one?
Absolute nightmare
fun.
fuel for any commentator.
Unlucky.
It took me a solid 6 months to stop calling Magix Magisk. Legit. Legit. Like, because I just forced myself to say Magisk for when I was wanting to say Magix. And wow, that is magic from ZywOo. Robs beheads him, though.
Don't get to do it twice, do you? Okay. Still got shocks on the AWP here. On the other side, of course, unavailable. Smoke going down. And now this is, again, early advantage to Mousesports. We have been seeing that happen before and then being turned, but on that side of the map. So
But they're playing passive A again, Lauren.
We don't like it, do we?
We don't love it.
We don't love it.
I hate it.
Okay, Chad hates it. I just don't love it. It's a bit different.
I do everything in extremes.
Welcome to Chad's life. You know.
0 to 100, there's
Yep.
no in between.
Nah. For now, though, the T side will continue. They've got great deals of utility left on the likes of Masuta, Shox, and Apex, so they've got plenty to play with, and time isn't going to be a factor. I like this, though. Aggressing towards the other side of the map at least gives them a fair amount of information on this. RPK could throw a spanner in the works. The mechanic leaning out, having a look towards mid, could catch these passive players quite handedly.
Oh, Chris dealt with that well, and no one's watching the flank. Watch this, Rob's 1.5. Feels like they have to go A now.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go. The back's been already pressured. You're kind of just stuck here. Apex going to have to turret this out if he wants it. The smokes are still up, at least. I guess that's a tiny, tiny benefit. But there's a nade on Frozen.
Night.
Whoop 'em.
Chad, why don't I see people underhanding and pushing smokes anymore? Why is that all gone?
Underhanding the flashes and pushing through the smokes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day they'd bounce off the floor and then that changed. Now they underhanded it and then that changed. And now no one's doing any smoke pushes with their own flash.
I think the sound cue has gotten to the point where players are so good at being ready and turning away and coming back with those now.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel... The pop flash from a teammate is actually more ideal because from range, that sound will not be heard. But yeah, you're right. It is no longer in vogue. It's no longer in fashion to be going for plays like that, only when it's extremely desperate. And I do think that's a big play to do with those sound cues.
What is this up to? Okay, let's follow this one. Rush is right. Oh, it's just a pop flash for the top of a ram. That's cool. They've worked that one out. And oh, lovely from Carrigan. His consistent pressure. He's got a smoke to escape as well. He'll mantle up on this. Yes, yes, Carrigan. He's playing some real Counter-Strike Global offensive here, folks. Great spray control from Apex, but Carrigan immediately there to trade, using that smoke to disappear, evade the flash, continue to be an absolute rascal. I love it. Love this. Headshot angle, but RPK will knock him off his perch. Damage done. Carrigan.
Still a 3v3, though.
Oh, the flank.
That's big from Masuta. He's behind them. Where he's come from, I have no idea. But Chris J, oh my God, he's in the smoke. They are none the wiser. No bomb plant yet. We're gonna. Oh, he doesn't wait on that one. He goes for it, maybe a little early, but he's hindered the plant, but it sets up Robs, and Robs is damn good at his job. Still got the AWP train, trying to be baited, but he won't fall for those tricks, Masuta. Bloody hell, what a flank, but meant absolutely nothing.
Wow, what a round that
We
was.
skybox that one, even if it's for afterwards.
Yeah,
like,
I'll bring it up in the post, I think. I'll see if I can just work out what
Like the
happened
whole
there.
Carrigan sequence.
scenario, yeah.
Loved the Carrigan sequence. The fact he's still going for sample. Wow, that run boost is scary. Funny to see the Rops POV of that one from the round before, but you can see jumping out of the line of fight, doesn't fire a shot, knows he's being baited. Look at that jump. Boom. Magnificent. Flashes B. Bomb on RPK. Apex has got another smoke for us from Apex's school of smoke grenades.
This is difficult for Rops to defend here. He has given up the B lobby. I assume the nades will come in before they face this part of the stairwell.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's smoking like construction or something, so as it flies through the sky, they boost up. Burning a lot. Robs is in trouble. Underhand nade can do a lot of damage, and it doesn't do enough. Robs is still alive, though. He's still hitting shots. Oh my god, he has taken down Zywoo on the quad position. Carrigan does well to find another, and all onto RPK. He's so low. With 4 HP, he'd have to find a pristine, immaculate shot onto Carrigan. Now his position's been given up, and it's just formality. There was flame on the floor. And that's 10 on the door for Mousesports. My God, what a half. They ain't complaining. 10-5. CT side of Vertigo. The black box, the first look at Mousesports Vertigo, and it's 10 rounds on the defense.
Is the half, and I wouldn't blame you if you're thinking it was Vitality's favor, but it's not. Mousesports coming out the black box as labeled, looking great, but scores on the doors elsewhere. Astralis do end up looking very good against Spirit. That kind of answers that question. Curious to see how that kind of changes up the seedings. Fnatic just about ahead of NIP for now, but not by much.
I knew they could be close, though. The fact it's 11-10, Fnatic NIP with Threat no less playing in
Not
that
bad.
one.
You called it.
Yeah, those guys, those orgs have got some ridiculous amount of history, and that's one of the many reasons Counter-Strike's the best game in the world. Anyway.
3 middle for the CT side defense. Carrigan has to be careful.
It's got some util, though, and Masuta's about to catch a Glock in the jaw. No, Zywoo, uninterested. Frozen and Bemis into the B site, though. Absolutely happy with that. Hard angle, good dink, and what the bloody hell was that? An accidental headshot. He was hunting RPK, and he accidentally pulled up a Masuta. Now they're hunting, and they're overwhelming. He needs a fresh mag. He's going to get really overwhelmed. Go! Bemis does so well. A triple kill. Rops is on the flank. It's going to have to be magnificent. 2 left, and there's a kit on Shox. He's already on it. 5 seconds, and he's not able to contest. So Vitality will take the pistol round, courtesy of a swarm of CTBs.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was high intensity, that round. The utility that was used, there was a lot dumped towards middle by Carrigan and Rops, respectively here. You might... Oh, we won't, because all the kills went down on the B bomb site. But they were trying to cut off that rotation, draw the players out of the B site, and then if there were players mid, which were there plenty, make it a longer rotation time back on over.
And then Rops, ideally, when the bomb's going down, is the one that's coming through mid, and he cleans up the awkward crossfire.
But look at this buy, Alex.
Hello.
You must got 3 kills. That meant he had 3,700. Could buy AK head armor. They've dropped across AKs to get Frozen 1 and Rops 1. So it's 3 youngsters with AK-47s, and they are looking to do some damage.
Okay, that's enough for me. You know, look at them, both of them. Was that an M4? I think it might have been, you know?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. A rifle, regardless of what it may have been, is now sitting idle in middle. Yeah, FAMAS indeed. Carrigan's going to get the information. They've boosted Zywoo up. Carrigan now can just sit in middle, close corner.
Rops is flashing for him. Oh, it's a smoke. That's one angle taken out.
Zywoo's on the boost box.
Oh,
Nice. Flashing into B, though. This round is far from over. 2 armored AKs still in play. Bomb to be planted from Chris J. Safe corner.
no flank.
Oh, it's a tough line. He missed to do it all. Chris J trying to rock the boat, but it's not quite going to work out for him. And Bemis is just playing the survival game. They've got a molly for his position. And wall bangs as well. Frozen onto the first 2. He's looking for the 1v4. And Apex is the one to stop that in its tracks.
2 AKs picked up now by Vitality. So that force spy coming through from Mousesports has given a lot across to the Vitality side, as well as 7 rounds. And this is where we get to see what Mousesports really have to offer. So we've seen some unique approaches so far towards middle and B within the first 2 rounds. Normally it's the A plays on Vertigo. And now this was this boost up and over with Shox and Zywoo locking things down after that early exchange. Apex on the scene here to finish off Frozen. And a big round because, ladies and gentlemen, whoever loses this game will not be through to the playoffs. The winner guaranteed a slot within the top 4 of Group B. Top 8 overall of the 16 teams we've had duking it out over these last 3 weeks. They've got a whole week off. So it's time for some rest, some recoup, and some re-strategizing.
I wonder how the Enigma approaches this one. Mousesports. I'll take on potentially RPK here, and he's having none of that. Went to look for information, sees enough. Definitely seen a player. Falling away, though. Not going to let themselves be picked up by these pesky pistols and that one rifle that still looks a little scary in the hands of Rops. Don't like that. That's stunning, though. I love that.
God.
That was
My fear aside. Woo.
exactly what the doctor ordered, wasn't it?
Ross is not afraid of heights.
Not at all. God, what a risky maneuver. Now, I'm always intrigued when you see the best AWPers in the world approach ramp. And I've noticed Device's approach, Kenny S, Zywoo. This sandbag angle. So many fallback opportunities. So he's just hoping for the wide swinger. Then he'll tuck in. And yeah, okay, that's enough. Flash for the repeat from a higher elevation. And he does find the first. Now he can fall back. He's got smokes, but that's all they wanted. Draw the attention, draw the rotate into Carrigan. And remind you, there is only 1 AK in play, so as they do flip-flop and swing this pendulum back and forth, Shox is in a prime position to find one. Unless Frozen's free fire is as good as that. Okay, and he's even got a smoke, so I'm like legit starting to get a little excited here, Lauren.
Yeah, Chris J posted up with the Tech 9. That's not bad either, about the range you want it to be in. Here comes Masuta. Flash was good. Chris J, though, succeeds. And now the last 2 are sweating bullets. You get a little bit nervous now. Chris J makes it 2, makes it 3. Bloody hell, that initial shot from Rops was just filth. Frozen then goes, oh, I've seen what you've done there. I'll have a go. Why not?
Why on earth have they got nothing coming into this one? 1,500, we'll see what Cyborg got up to. So that was the first test, but this was the boost we were referring to. This is gorgeous.
Dear.
Look at that, out of RPK's blind spot and catching his head. Woof.
That's wild. I thought Chris was going to overextend like he did in the previous with the Deagle, but this time actually just danced around. I was able to make that Tech 9 work in the same way we saw Cadian do it on Nuke for Heroic. So it will be the force spy from Vitality. If they lose this one, they're in a real world of hurt. Will have to be the save in the following with only the $1,900 loss bonus coming through. Mousesports will be up to 13 rounds at that point, but they need to weather round 19 first.
Yeah, far from a guarantee.
I like this little bait setup here. So Masuta won't be spotted behind these sandbags unless there is a higher elevation. And Shox will be able to bait him in.
It's such a groovy little smoke. You see the little
Wow.
rebound it does?
Like a curly straw.
Yeah, exactly. The crazy straws. That was what my that was how my grandma made sure we drank water. She got us both our own personalized crazy straw.
I remember having to go to the Disney store for that. That thing was overpriced, but I was into it.
Now then. Bait setup doesn't quite work so well now. Oh, the timing. They choose to fall out. The utility being deployed is enough to force them out of their aggressive line of sight. Carrigan on the T side AWP as well. So he's got a smoke for CT. I'm going to pay attention to that one. Thanks, Rush. And so finds the first. Masuta is quickly traded. They push into the meat grinder. And it does look like we'll be seeing a few more meat pies on the menu tonight.
This is great. They're not going A at all. And I like this just from a tactical standpoint, not even from a, hey, Mousesports a winning standpoint, from a, we're getting to see a different variation of Vertigo than what we see every single time we tune in towards this map.
Yeah, it's B, it's mid.
And they're using utility through this part of the map, which I'm surprised teams haven't been doing up until this point. See how easily they isolated that B rotation? The reason you see them flooding through that smoke is because if they don't, they get locked out and the choke point becomes tiny. They're hoping to make kills in the flurry and fray of the take, and they weren't able to do so. They were still negated. Zywoo not clearing his corners. Ropsy boy. Not going to knife him this time, so not being as mean as he could be. Grabs himself a deagle. Now it's 12. Now you see what I'm saying. 1,900 loss bonus, no money. They have to take the save. 2,400 in the following. That's going to put most of them around 4.5k. And then if they lose that gun round, well, that's basically the game. So, pressure now, Vitality.
You can see Apex get slightly shocked when Rob's shot there. That was actually, yeah, that was quite funny. But it is full USBs. It doesn't get more eco than this. ECO. Just me reminding myself how to spell more than anything else. So, Mr. Carrigan, how do you not lose your AWP against 5 USPs on ramp? The answer is don't go there.
I like that answer. Seems like a damn good one. Just so many like elevations to ramp where it gives them that second.
I mean, if they were to peek from, they could peek from 5 different spots, like 5 different angles of elevation. Scaff, one on the upper, one on the lower, one on the crane, one on the sandbag swing.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. There it is. They do it. No one's home, so they'll start their walk. They'll want to maintain a degree of silence here. It looks like Mousesports are just waiting for this. Yeah.
Rosen, how many you? Okay,
Oh,
all right.
no.
Someone's going to turn around.
No, they're not.
Someone will.
Nope.
Someone always turns
Have a
around.
look. Have a look.
No one's going to turn around, Chad. Watch this. This is about to be the fastest first flank, and it was frozen. Okie dokie. Right, it's over. 13-7. Game far from over, but Vitality starting to have this one slip through their fingers. This could be the second Vertigo taken from them by an all too different means. And finally, there's some cash on their side. This was all a product of the ridiculous win. Oh, wow. Mousesports jumped.
Hello.
He jumped around the corner. Frozen gets that info and gets a double as well.
Ooh, okay, so Zywoo hasn't opted to go for the glass cannon. He had enough to invest in it. The 4,750, the exact same price of the AWP, but he's gone for the rifle instead. Not a single defuse kit in play. We only have a total of 4 smokes, 2 Molotovs, 1 HE, and a couple of flashbangs. So as soon as Vitality's utility is whittled on down, it just becomes about those heads-up duels. So postured forward in the flurry, and Carrigan taking out Apex.
What? It wasn't even a smoke shot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As he jumped up
My brain just did the same as yours. Like, wait, what?
But ramp smoke.
Must have been just that there's a little gap towards the top right of those smokes, normally top right and top left. This is a one-way right here being used just for progression, for scaffolding, keeping themselves safe. And now Zywoo's having to use his grenade. So check it out. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. We're only working with 1 smoke, 2 Molotovs, and 3 flashbangs. And once again, no defuse kit.
But they're all together. That's a lot of guns facing your way. Bemis is in so much danger. Switches to the smoke. Danger call. Carrigan wants to fight. Robs is with him. Almost had him there.
Yeah, Frozen trades. So it's all onto Zywoo.
No, it was here.
How did they confirm that? Well, he confirms it for us now as well. Okay. Time to play. Frozen low, likely going to be the first contact. Rob's perhaps trying to walk up short at this point. They're going to try and pincer or group up for the swing. Seems like it might be the latter.
Well, this is the fight right here. If he beats Robs, it's on. Bomb's been picked up. 20 seconds. Frozen has to go A.
He thinks it's B.
Oh my god.
Trying to fake the steps at least.
Is Frozen fall for it?
Not quite. Oh, and he hits the shot. Okay, Frozen. Definitely woke up and feeling frisky today, as he's already been the monster on Nuke, and he's contributing again in those 1v1s, those clutches, necessary wins for Mouse in order to convert this one. That was the angle.
Is it?
So
You're right, Chad.
Yeah, he ran across the ramp and then jumped across. So he didn't go around the regular scaffolding route. And the fact that Carrigan hits that quick flick, huge stuff there. This is the final shot. So Oof, I guess Zaiwu with the timing there, and you can see what that
Go on,
round means.
lads,
And
go on.
here's why the round is important. Check out the buy.
Oh, he's put him right down to nothing.
Yeah, it was only 2,900 as the loss bonus, so just a partial investment here.
They're on peanuts again.
The thing is, if Mousesports win this round, that's 15, and it's another one of those games, a matter of time.
Yep, and Frozen wants to deal with his push. They're actually heading back, so he'll be able to at least confirm there's no one pushing. Shox is going to get a bit more than he bargained for here. A great
Nice
angle.
shot.
Great shot. And hello.
Oh!
He's found the knife out crew. Beamer's with a spray. Doesn't get ready for Shox, though, and so this could spiral.
Carrigan's
I
gonna
was
die
just
in the
got an
back.
AK, and yeah, Carrigan shot in the back.
Bomb down.
He can't let this slip away. Chris J's going to start getting triggered. He pulls on his. Finds himself one.
This is 3 for Shox. Individually doing very well, but Apex picks up the
Nice.
AK, picks up the frag. Goodbye, Chris J.
Got
That
the
bomb
bomb.
stays safe. Frozen going to try and leer
Not
forward.
again, surely.
Let's see if the man can really keep clutching this out. Shox was eventually his nemesis. Eventually stopped those clutches happening, but he's found a bit of space. He's found Shox, right. Takes his time, doesn't shoot just yet. Now, where does he assume that his buddy...
You're going to take the kill. You want to take the
Take
shot.
that, take that kill every
Oh,
day.
he's let Shox get away. This could be such a
using him
problem.
like a bit of a shield here, because of course Shox won't think he's behind him. Right, barrel spotted, now that's kill time. Game on,
Not
let's
again.
go. 1v1, Apex is probably livid, but could be in a good place for this. Slowly creeping up ramp.
Frozen plans for ramp and then goes back. It's a little wider than I imagined. Okay.
Smoke in play for Apex here and a Molotov. If he learns Frozen's position, he can isolate him with that Molotov, drop the smoke on the bomb, and try and get a 10-second defuse.
If. Smoke. No kit. Fakes it. Frozen does reveal his location and loads his mag. And the Molotov for the second go. He's played
No time.
He's played this so
Time.
well. He's played it so well. Frozen has won the round. He's done it again. Another 1v2. The heartbreaker for Vitality and 3 HP. Apex will bring the AK into the next, but good God, look how it started. This is 3 frags from Shox. 1, 2, another spectacular swing just to make sure Bemis didn't get away without anything. And then in the smoke, Carrigan loses the bomb from behind. This is the clutch, though.
I'm going to call this guy Iceman at this point. He's so calm,
He is.
so collected. For a young player to be clutching, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, this is just beautiful Counter-Strike that he's playing.
Yeah, and relentlessly. Like, he's done it for 2 maps straight
Yeah.
against Team Vitality, a top 2 team.
Like, individually, so strong. Like, I can't clarify enough. Double AWPs out, though, for the CT side, Chad. They're throwing everything into
They're
this.
desperate now.
They're going fast. Already T-side pouring through middle, but Apex found one, Shox with another. Let's see if they can finally deal with the pressure. No clutching this time, Frozen. Kill him mid-round early. Just don't leave him late.
Imagine if Rops wins a 1-on-5.
Nah.
Shut
I'll
up,
flip
Chad.
the table.
Shut up, Chad.
I'm not even doing the post-game segment if you win this.
Oh, no. 1v5s. Don't really happen.
No, I'll paint the realistic angle right now.
Okay,
If
what-
you
what
are
should
Robs,
happen?
there is a key element right here. Damage. As many kills as possible. Now, that sounds stupid. You say, well, yeah, win the round. No. If he can keep the CT side economy low, if he can take the AWPs out of the equation, get them dropped off the map, get them not carried on through to round number 24, he's done a great job. But with the clock sitting at 56 seconds and a lot of money in the bank balance for everybody, he should be working on some kills. He should be trying to find whatever he can. Now, systematically, he can clear. He can take his time. His biggest issue is having to deal with an AWP as the first point of contact.
Barrel.
Seen the barrel, and he snuck past. So he's at least one. He won't be expecting Shox this close, though, surely.
So paranoid of those pillars. Yeah, Shox just shoves the barrel up the nose. Not today, buddy. No more clutches. No more. 15-8 now.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of different approaches you can throw against the double AWP setup. This is a fantastic lockdown towards middle, pivoting off each other well here, Vitality, but same as Nuke. For them to be able to bring it back, it's very difficult to see that happening. Now, look, I don't want to rule it out. They gave it a really good crack over there on Nuke. It was 16-14, needed Frozen to clutch out to win the game. RPK doesn't have a gun. There it is. Oh, dear. Okay. I was really worried there that they'd be going into the last round of the game with no rifle on RPK. This could be a problem. Apex able to take down the in-game leader on the other side of things. Chris J applying pressure. They know one AWP's over towards B. The man of the moment. What's he got?
How bold are you, Frozen?
Wants to make this look good.
All on his lonesome doing it.
Jay hits the right play. Look at this in rotation. And a passive hold right now. Apex towards the site. ZywOo over towards the deck. Got Masuda passive middle, ready to rotate over quickly. Lots of nades to slow this down, though. Molotov on ZywOo. HE to deny the plant. Apex with the Molotov as well. They have smokes for the retake. To win this round, Mousesports have to hit headshots.
There we go. They're in high flat. Oh my God, BMAS. He's just gone ahead of all of it. All that utility. Come off it. Who is this guy? 3 now remain. CT side trembling.
Yeah, and he's actually gotten away with murder. Okay. Smoke will do. Just trying to drop his utility before he goes down. ZywOo is low.
ZywOo goes here. It's the round.
It's the round. It could be the game. Yeah, RPK. He's going to have to do it all with shocks. This one a lot less clear cut. Oh dear. Smoke, that's the best bet. Does find one. Shocks into the site. Smoke's off short. Need to get that person out of the smoke. It's Frozen. Close quarters, and he's got them both. Of course it's Frozen. Who better than Frozen to close out the game? It's 16-8, folks. Mousesports taking down Vitality, and they're off to the playoffs.